slightly padded green carpet on top of it.
I played there. Yeah, I played there. We played the Seahawks there before. No,
Can you imagine playing 81 games? And probably if you think about the other type of, the other stadiums that were in existence back then too, probably 100 games on that surface every single year, playing the way he played, diving around, throwing himself all over the place.
Yeah, that old AstroTurf stuff was, it was kind of brutal. It was very cool at the start, but it ended up being brutal. We had at Ohio Stadium, in Columbus. It was awful. We practiced constantly. We never went over the stadium to really do anything because it was so hard and so bad on you. So just playing, 6, 7, 8 home games, whatever we would play in a year, really took it out of you. So
don't you wish they'd invented field turf about 20 years earlier, Joe?
Well, I mean, yeah, I think I'd still be in the same bad shape I am today, but no.
I think it makes it worse, man. Clearly, I think how many times did cleats get caught up in seams of that stuff and tear knees out?
Well, that was the thing. This stuff was, you could only wear basketball. I mean, it was so hard that if you tried to wear a cleat or something, I mean, it'd be like ice skating. It would never have worked. Your foot did not go in at all. So it was a little bit softer to the parking lot, but not much.
He's also the first Major League Baseball player to have his own shoe from Nike. Remember, they had the Jordans, the Air Jordans. They had Griffey in the mid-90s. Griffey, first Major League Baseball player to get a huge shoe endorsement, got his own shoe. Perfect. It was sweet too. Those were nice. If you get a chance to catch that, it was on MLB Network. And I watched it last night. Taped it so I could show my kids a little bit more about King Griffey Jr., who is as I always say, the most exciting baseball player I ever watched play. And I got to cover the sport day in and day out for the better part of a decade. And he was the Jordan of Major League Baseball. He was just fun to watch. He's just one of those guys that was so much more than just, he was great, and that's what got him the attention, but he was just cool. Like how you play with guys, they can't help it. They're just cool. They can't even help themselves. They're not even trying to be cool, Joe. They just are. King Griffey Jr. was just cool. Just being himself. Kind of cool. All right, so that was fun for me last night. Everything else you need to know to start your Monday happens now.
The Sports Center update on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan is presented by Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Mistrust never gets anybody anywhere when two sides are trying to come together, right? Because players don't trust owners, owners don't trust players. That's just how it works. Tucker Barnhart, Cincinnati Reds, saying over this past weekend and saying on Friday that he feels like the players feel like the owners are just using another excuse to get some money back.
I don't know if this is accurate, but it just feels like that they've used this national emergency thing, this pandemic, to kind of use it as a loophole to get us off of that. And to be honest with you, I'm really proud of us as players that we've stuck strong to the prorated thing.
As you said, Joe, it's going to get interesting again. A few tweaks over the weekend, COVID-19 testing, and it's getting to the point where you can only have 60 games, and maybe that was the owner's plan all along. We'll just drag this thing out, and then we'll only have time to get 60 games.
Well, remember, if it goes to 60, then they can go ahead and have a grievance and do that, but it may be 50. It may be at a point now where it's whatever the owners say, because the players have given them the power to go ahead, you name the terms of this thing, but we still have the opportunity to file a grievance. Players came back with the 70 and said we will not file a grievance if we could do 70. They said no to that, so all those things are still in place. So it's not like there's anything positive going on back and forth between players and owners right now. So which puts the future of the sport in all kinds of jeopardy.
Well, if that's not bad enough, if that's not burden enough for poor Tim Kirchin to shoulder, now we got positive cases and COVID-19 showing up in Major League Baseball.
Well, they're very concerned, and they should be. The health and safety of our players, and of course everyone around these camps, is the most important thing. And that's why specific protocols have to be in place if and when these camps open up, so you don't have to close down these camps again. And as of yesterday,